Hi everyone, if you're new to this channel, in this series of going solo videos, I am using the final mission of the Dragon's Gambit campaign as a test bench for different mechs, variants and weapon loadouts. This is because this mission presents a good opportunity to explore different tactics, as well as the possibility of fighting long and close range combat. Also, I am going into this battle by myself, without taking any of my Lancemates with me, so we could better assess and compare how each mech survives and performs in exactly the same kind of situation. Now, in my previous video of this channel, I've shown you a very unique medium mech, a very extraordinary, I should say, medium mech that punches above its weight and class, which was Kintaro, the mech with a devastating firepower and a great walking speed of 81 kilometers per hour. The mech, like I said, that could easily hang with any heavy mechs or assault mechs out there in terms of its destructive power. However, that mech is somewhat rare, particularly the variant that I've shown, that KTO-9B, the Starlink Royal Defense Force variant. It's somewhat rare and kinda difficult to come by, and in this video I would like to explore another classic medium mech, absolute classic, which stood the test of time, and likewise one of my all-time favorite mechs within the medium mech category, which is the Centurion. There are actually several variants of the Centurion in this game, and also later, after the year of 39, which is this year, obviously, there will be another upgraded variant which will appear. I think it's CN9-9D, if I am not mistaken. Don't quote me on that. 9D variant, I remember, you know, last two symbols. Anyways, that mech can walk something like 100 kilometers per hour. I think it's an upgraded version with the XL engine. Then it carries by default, I think, LRM-10 with Artemis control, and then the Lubalin ballistic autocannon with the two medium lasers. But anyways, this mech is not available yet at the year of 39. So today we are gonna be looking at the variants that are available and the variants that I have in my collection. I don't think that this is every available variant, but let's take a quick look at what I've got in here. So first variant is CN9-AL. This one by default comes with, let's load the original loadout. So by default it comes with the large laser, small laser, two medium lasers, and one LRM-10. Then it's got some, obviously, ammunition in single hit sinks. And actually it has a pretty good amount of armor. As you can see, it's all maxed out. What I've changed though about it, I just decided to upgrade that large laser for these PPCs. And then I've got rid of the small laser, and instead I decided to use that half a ton, which is small laser weights, for additional LRM ammunition in there. But anyways, I don't think we are gonna be using this one today. I wanna show you a different variant in this setting. It's a great variant, I really like it. Moreover, I'll tell you this. I like to upgrade this later in campaign. I actually really like making a total badass out of this one. What I like to do later in the years and later in campaign, I like using the LRM-10 with the Artemis control, and here I like using the two medium pulse lasers like that. And then I'm replacing all the single hit sinks with the double ones like this. I think, yeah, one additional one. No, additional one I think goes here, and then here I use one ton of Artemis ammo, and then this is an absolute beast. If you can make something like this, you know, if you've got these weapons and double hit sinks. But usually, you know, especially this weapon isn't really available until, you know, like later into the campaign, somewhere like around this time, like late 3030s or 3040s. And then medium pulse lasers are also quite rare, so this is more like of a later in campaign kind of build. But up to now, up until this point, this is what I like to do. Like, let's say if you don't have any double hit sinks or that fancy, you know, lasers and long range missiles. But anyways, let's use a different variant today though. But before, let's actually go ahead and take a look at another one that I really like. So this Centurion CN9-A variant. So by default, this is what it comes with. It comes with the AC-20, 2 tons of ammo, making it like, you know, 40 rounds for the AC-20, and then it's got 2 single hit sinks, LRM-10 with LRM ammo. This is a really great variant. This is fantastic, one of my favorites. I like the AC-20 in there, which is great. However, the problem is that when something gets close and sneaks into its you know, long-range missile minimum range, then you're only left with the AC-20 to fight that target. What I like to do, I like replacing that LRM-10 with SRM-4, basically making this entirely a close-range mech. And then I like to use more AC-20 ammunition. As a matter of fact, if you can manage your hit very carefully, I would actually go as far as still using 2 single hit sinks and then making this AC-20 80 rounds, you know, with 4 tons, they making it all together as 80 rounds of this AC-20. This is absolutely great mech. I love it, especially, you know, for 50 tons. This is a pretty good firepower. It's very much like Victor minus 2 lasers, except that it weighs 30 tons less than a Victor. I also max out every bit of armor in the upper torso and the arms. The only compromise that I do is shave off 7 points of each leg in here. But anyways, we are not gonna be looking at it today. I just wanted to show you the this variant because I do like it a lot as well. Alright, and finally we are going to be looking at the variant which I would like to show you today. One of the most perhaps one of the most common variants in this game, and this is something that is available when you start your career early, like in the year of 3015. This variant is somewhat common. You can salvage it, you can buy it in industrial hubs. It's fairly ubiquitous, and I really like this one too. So by default it comes with the this kind of weaponry. It's as you can see, the AC-10 in the in the arm, then LRM-10, and then the two medium lasers. It's actually very similar to that AL variant which I've shown earlier, the one that has two energy slots in the arm, except here it's got the AC-10. Now, the only problem with this variant which I find is that it's actually somewhat heavily under-armored. Look, every single area comes somewhat heavily under-armored, and this is due to the fact that it uses this AC-10. Now, AC-10, the problem which I've got with the AC-10 is that it's not quite as efficient of a weapon, because when you look at the AC-20, the AC-20 weighs 14 tons. Okay, and this one weighs 12 tons. And the problem that I have with the AC-10, that while it weighs only 2 tons less than the AC-20, it produces twice less damage. Okay, so it's somewhat inefficient. It's not a very efficient weapon in terms of its damage to weight ratio. So for that matter, I'm not a huge fan of the AC-10. I do use it sometimes, every once in a while, in some of the assault mechs, but in case of the Centurion, I just don't think that it's necessarily a good fit, to be honest, because of its damage to weight ratio, especially for the fact that since it weighs 12 tons, it forces its chassis to sacrifice some armor, and this is something that I'm not particularly a fan of. Otherwise, I like that it's got LRM-10 and that it's got 2 tons of LRM ammo, which is great. You can shoot this like 88 tons. Now, let's see what I've done to mitigate for this armor problem. Let's revert back to my configuration. So here is what I did. I've retained the 2 medium lasers, except obviously I've upgraded everything here for the 5 tier level. I've retained the original LRM-10 and the 2 tons of ammo, but I've downgraded the AC-10, that AC-10, down to one of my favorite autocannons ever, which is AC-5 burst fire. Why I love this weapon so much is because it's got a great damage. It's got 7.8 points of damage, and the AC-10, I think it's got 13 points of damage. So it's somewhat, you know, one might say that why do I like it so much if it's got, you know, almost like twice as less damage, if it generates almost twice less damage. Well, it's got a very great range. It's much greater range. You can snipe things with it at a very long distance, and also it's got a great firing rate. Okay, because when you look at the rate of fire, this one has got the rate of fire 26 RPM, right? This one is 48, twice as much. So yeah, it may generate almost twice as less damage as the AC-10, but it makes up for it with a twice as frequent firing rate. That is why I love it. And also it's, like I said, it's got a great range and a great firing rate, like I said. And also it's a very precise weapon. It shoots very precise at longer ranges. It's not as sloppy. It's got a better projectile speed. Its muzzles are much faster than the AC-10 because look, this projectile speed is 1300 meters a second. This one is almost 1700, almost 17. So this is, you know, quite faster than this. So it's easier to aim and hit targets at a longer ranges. And also, it's got a decent recoil. It's not as much of a recoil as you get from heavier autocannons. I absolutely love it. I've made a bunch of videos on this weapon, and my favorite, one of my favorite Annihilator builds, where I use 4 of these. Please check out those videos. I actually made several videos featuring Annihilator loaded with the 4 of these weapons, and I talk a lot about this in there. Okay, anyways, yeah, so this is my preferred build for this variant, Centurion variant, and look at this. Look at the armor. Armor is all maxed out in the arm, in the torso. It's also allocated more towards the front. However, due to the nature of the mission that we will encounter, what I think I'm gonna do, I'm going to go for more of a close range type of build. This is a very nice, versatile, sort of like, you know, medium to long range build. Is great for sort of like missions with a lesser difficulty level and where there are more tonnage restrictions. However, due to the nature of this particular mission, the final mission of the Dragon's Gambit, and due to the fact that we are going to be encountering a lot of mechs there, this kind of loadout may not necessarily be sufficient for it, especially given the fact that I am not taking any of my Lancemates with me. So for that matter, I am going to go for a more of a short range build. I'm gonna replace this LRM-10 with the SRM-6 instead. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to take 2 tons of SRM ammunition in here. And now that we have the extra available tonnage left, I am actually, you know, as you can see, there are a few points of the armor are shaved off from the legs, like 7 points of each leg. So I am going to max out all the armor for this mission. I wanna go all the way. And I think what I am gonna do, I even like allocate just, you know, a little bit more in here, more towards the front. And then since I've got some extra 1.5 ton left, what I'm gonna do, I think I'm gonna take more SRM ammunition. Actually, you know, because SRM is kind of a hard of a weapon, maybe I think it's gonna make sense for me to take additional heat sinks and then do something like this. As SRM ammo, like 2 tons, 2.5 tons, I would say, yeah. Hold on a second. Half a ton. What do I have? Yeah, SRM half an ammo. Yeah. This is what I'm gonna go for, because we are going to create more of a medium range type of mech. I love that LRM-10 in there, but given the nature of this mission, I think I'm gonna just, you know, opt in for the close range type of build. All right, so that's the build that I'm gonna take into this combat. Now, do I have enough? Is this going to be enough of ammunition? That is a good question, actually. You know, is 160 tons going to be enough? I would say maybe. Let's find out. Let's find out if it's gonna be enough or not. Now, also, obviously, it is going to be accepted. Remember, this is a 50-ton medium mech. It is going to be expected that we might lose some of the components, okay? It might be the case. Alright, let's start this work order. Let's take a look at the upgrades real quick. So what I did in here, these are two of my standard ones. So they're reinforcing the structure and the armor by just a bit. This is improving. This is actually, yeah, this is going to be somewhat useful for the medium lasers, as well as, you know, faster weapon cycling. This is for all the weapon cyclings. And this is for the better ballistic damage, yeah, and this is for the increased firing rate of that missiles. Doesn't matter whether it's LRM-10 or SRMs, that doesn't matter. All this goes for all missiles. Anyways, well, I guess let's go ahead and take this Centurion to the battlefield. Let's see how it's if we will be able to survive this mission by using this Centurion CN9-A and without any Lancemates as usual in this series.
Attention. Prepare for battle mech departure. Warning. Hangar doors opening. Stand clear.
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online.
Commander, your task is simple. Drive out the remaining Knights of St. Cameron by any means necessary.
This is the moment we've been waiting for! It's Liberation Day! For the Combine!
Target Griffin.
For the Combine.
And all the families we've lost. And the ones that remain.
You speak like
So looks like this Griffin has LRM-10. I am not going to distract him too early. Instead, I will try to get into his minimum range. I just wanna try to get closer.
Seems you're in the dark. You fight for the oppressors.
Okay, now
And you
it may be a good
fight
time.
lies. It seems that
It's
you
like he's having the ammo explosion.
Identified Knights of St. Cameron
Goes.
crossing into the target
Now
area.
we have to deal with this
Unleash hell.
nasty trebuchet.
Taking heavy damage.
Okay, his arm is gone, but
New target
he's still
trebuchet.
not down. He's got these lasers.
I feel good here. Time to
Target
punch out.
destroyed. Target acquired.
This is the Jagger man.
Target
Not bad, not bad. Okay. So here is the thing. Let's not do anything stupid here. Remember, this is a 50-ton medium mech. Let's approach everything super carefully. You see, the worst threat in here are the missile boats. These guys, you see, the longbow. That is the worst thing we can encounter in here. Remember, we have only like 64 kilometers per hour as our top speed. So let's be super careful how we approach all these things in here. Okay,
Target acquired.
got rid of this worst threat. However, there are still some missile boats out there.
Incoming missile.
Honestly, I don't care as much about all of these guys. I'm worried about everything that has got the long-range missiles.
Target acquired.
You know, I can deal with this asset. That's not gonna be a huge problem. You see, like headshot with SRMs, that's, you know, not a big deal. But these guys, you know, Orion has got LRMs, so let's be careful with these guys. Let's walk more like in a diagonal fashion so that they have a harder time hitting us.
Destroyed.
And then we have this stupid grasshopper. I'm gonna go for the legs because the legs is their weakest part. Yeah,
Destroyed.
because the torso can take a lot of damage.
Target acquired.
Took a bit more damage than I wanted to at this point. We still have a long fight ahead of us.
Target destroyed.
Let's be super careful now. Again, my worst threat in here are all the long-range missile launchers. I don't wanna get shot with any LRMs. Everything else we can outmaneuver. Okay, you see, that's the archer. That's the other problem. So what I'm gonna do, I will let these friendly forces distract this archer. And now, yeah, as he is distracted, I am gonna get into his minimum range and then, you know, just finish him with all of my short-range weapons. Yes, AC5 has got a great range, but it's not sufficient to destroy, you know, one AC5 isn't sufficient to destroy a heavy mech at a distance. I guess you can, but you're gonna waste a lot of ammunition by doing so. Okay, I hate these friendly tanks because they are constantly trying to get under my feet. And then I feel bad about destroying them. But most of the time it's their fault. Like those drivers, they just don't see where they are going. Okay, let's aim for the back where it's got the least amount of armor. Unfortunately, too much stuff. Okay, let's go for this guy first. Shoot him in the head.
Target destroyed. Target acquired.
And then we have this Orion. Yeah, Orion.
Assassin.
That's who I'm gonna go for. There he goes.
Target destroyed.
Tells us
Target
our
acquired.
Victor. Hold on a second. Somebody's going around me. This guys. Another Orion.
Heat critical.
Then this Orions. Ouch! Ouch! Okay, I also have some of this. Man, how many Orions are out here? And I'm running kinda hard. Alright. Hopefully this is the last one.
Marauder.
Jeez. Stun those Orions. The Marauder. I should probably go for his legs. legs are weak by default. They don't have a lot of armor on this, you know, M80-3R. Now, let's take advantage of the fact that he's being distracted by somebody else, and now let's, you know, just go after his legs. Okay, one leg is gone, which is nice. Let's go for the good one. Yeah, there he goes. That was quick. And then what else is out there?
Target acquired.
The catapult. Is that the only thing that is left out here?
New target,
No,
Victor.
there is this stupid Victor, but he's heavily damaged. He's falling apart.
Target destroyed.
Okay, so there is that catapult. That is again my worst threat.
Legion reinforcements set. Stand by.
Where is it? Where is it?
Pointless. We will bury each and every
Did
single
he
one
spot
of
me?
you.
Yeah, it
Even
looks
if
like
you can't
he's somewhere behind.
finish you off.
You're blind to reality. Your allies have abandoned you.
Okay, I guess this is what I should do. I should
New
let
target
this
catapult.
guy to distract him, while I will try to sneak him close into the minimum range of his LRMs. At this point, I need to be somewhat more mindful of my ammunition. Man, he's walking fast backwards. You know, he's going backwards and he's kind of fast. I think I'm gonna go for the legs. Okay, one leg is gone. The other is about to
Tracking
go.
more night
Yeah,
units setting down, Commander.
there he
They're
goes.
advancing from the back of the perimeter.
Okay.
Destroy them.
Oh man. Hold on a second. I need to get behind
We've already
the
fought the
this
war of
hill.
attrition. This is nothing.
New target, Thunderbolt.
I have four mechs in there. I need to take them out one by one somehow. I need to find a good opportunity. Oh, look at this! We've got actually quite a few reinforcements in there. Okay, well maybe it's not too
Target
bad.
acquired.
It's not too bad. I would go once again for the ones that carry long-range missiles.
Our assigned
Actually,
target
this
is on the
Thunderbolt is
field.
quite nasty
Let's
too.
take
It
it
doesn't
down.
have any missiles, but it's got PCs. Stay mobile. And then the Zeus. Yeah, that's the thing that has got LRMs.
Target destroyed.
Okay.
Target acquired.
Running somewhat hard. Let's stay mobile.
Target destroyed. Target acquired.
I might lose an arm, which is my AC5. This guy, is this the only thing that's left in here? Okay, there he goes.
Picking up
I
another
don't
heat
like the
signature in
state of my
vicinity.
armor in the right arm.
Refuse to die. So be it. I will kill you myself.
That's the main guy. The
In case you have a hunger
The
to
last
die,
play.
don't Don't worry.
So maybe we
We
have a
will
chance.
accommodate you.
Let's see. The Orion. The Orion and oh, that's the thing. That's the thing we should go for first.
Target destroyed.
Nice, 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 nice. I've destroyed him. While I still have the AC5, we should get rid of the, no more AC5 for me. Nice, nice. Look at this. This is awesome. This is awesome. Okay, I've lost the AC5.
Target destroyed.
They finish him. Okay, okay, okay. There is awesome. There is awesome. We'll deal with him. We'll deal with him. I'm not too afraid of him. Although this guy is the elite, you know, it's the main guy after all. He shoots very well, but let's actually roll sideways so that he has a hard time hitting us. So I still have 2 medium lasers and the SRM-6. There he goes. There he goes. All right. So there is a beautiful Centurion there for you.
This victory will
A
echo
true
across the
gladiator.
Combine. Let it give hope to
I
all
love
our
it.
people
I
and
love
loved
how
ones.
versatile this
In our
mech
homeland,
is. This
in our way
chassis
of
stood
life,
a test of
will carry on
time.
for years to
You
come.
can do a lot of things with it.
Your efforts
You
here
can
won't
upgrade
soon
it
be
to
forgotten,
double hit
Commander.
sinks.
We could not have prevailed here without
It
you
just
at our
never
side.
gets old. It
Trollop's
just
pride
never
is
gets
free,
old, and it's
but plenty of
available
fight
early
remains.
in career
There is
as
no
well.
telling where the next
Fantastic
conflict may
mech,
erupt.
fantastic chassis.
Return
Yes,
to your
I've
ship
lost
and
the
conduct a
arm in
full
here,
repair cycle.
the AC5 burst
We'll be in
fire,
touch
but
to update you on the
it's
state of
easily
things.
replaceable. It's not that big of a deal. Again, this is 50-ton medium mech. Let's see how many kills I've managed to do. Wow! Wow! This is even better than I expected. Oh man, this is unbelievable. Look at this. Look at this. And this is, you know, pretty basic build. No double hit sinks. No, I mean, like no fancy weapons. It's just AC5 burst fire, 2 medium lasers, and the SRM-6 stream. This is amazing. This is amazing, okay? And the ammunition, as far as the ammunition is concerned, this is probably, you know, basically like just enough for this kind of mission. This is amazing. Hold on a second, I've got to make a screenshot of this. This is absolutely unbelievable. Wow. Wow, look at this. Look at this. Let me just take another screenshot of this. Wow. Wow. 21 mech kills. And look how much damage I've done as well. This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. Amazing mech. Okay, let's see what are my damages, and of course, like I said, you see we've lost an arm, which is... Hold on a second. Oh, wait a second. This isn't even a AC5, is it? Hold on a second. What's the loadout? Oh, we haven't even lost the AC5. Oh man, I thought I've lost the AC5. It's the left arm, which is, you know what? Which is fine. This is actually, you know, used as a shield in this chassis. It's used as a shield, so it's basically, it's done its job. This arm has done its job. For some reason, I thought I've lost the AC5 burst fire. I don't know why did I think this way. I think I just didn't look carefully. Yeah. Everything else appears to be just an armor repair. Nothing serious. Let's see if we were to repair this. Okay, so yeah, we do need to repair that left arm. Okay, so it's a left arm. Yeah, it's not AC5. Okay, but everything else, look at this. It's just the armor. You see this? All this is just an armor, and total repairs are cheap and quick. Okay, wow, wow. So there is this Centurion there for you. If you can use good tactics, if you don't make silly mistakes, if you are careful, if you think carefully about your moves, you can do a lot with something like this. You can do a lot with something like this, especially, you know, if you will take the Lancemates with you. This is the way I love to configure this for a close range. Normally though, if I were to use something like this in a team of Lancemates, I would use the LRM-10 there, just, you know, for some kind of long range, for easier missions, just to increase its longer range capability. But if you just wanna step somewhere like in a close range combat and shred things, then I would go for SRM-6 instead. With this kind of loadout, as you just saw, that just absolutely, you know, absolutely amazing, absolutely amazing. Yeah, it's not, again, it's dependent on the tactics you use. You cannot do mistakes in here, all that stuff. But still it's a very capable mech. It's so versatile. It's very versatile. I would never call a Centurion as a jack of all trades and master of none. So no, it's one of those cases where it's actually versatile, very versatile, and where it's good at many different things. So yeah, absolutely amazing. One of my all-time favorites within a heavy mech category, and this is something that I would recommend. It's also, like I said, it's very common mech, very easy to get, very cheap too, available early in a career, and after all, as you saw, this is like even a pretty basic build which I used. It doesn't even like have any of the fancy weapons here or even double hit sinks. If I would wanna go with something fancy, okay, let's say if we were to use the double hit sinks, right? So maybe let's see. Let's remove this weapon. So let's use maybe, let's say for double hit sinks, right? So maybe I would use, like, let's say LRM-10 with the Artemis control, LRM-10's stream with Artemis control. I like stream always better. Then let's say throw in 8 ammo of Artemis ammo, and then, you know, half an ammo, and then for here I would maybe use something like these ones I like to save for annihilators, for my beloved annihilators. I would go maybe with the standard one instead, right? And then, oh, actually we've maxed out all the yeah, maybe, you know what, I would still I would still keep the AC5 burst fire. It works very well. That doesn't make sense to really use something else. And then maybe, you know, here I would go for medium pulse lasers. So no, is it too much? Let's say if we do something like this, because it's not a very hard build. It's not like we have a PPC in here that we need a good cooling cell. So yeah, something like this. 80 rounds though, only 80 rounds, which may not be enough. Okay, fine. Let's do maybe this. Somewhat rare, but I like them due to their increased firing rate, this short burst lasers. They do less damage, a bit less damage than the standard lasers, but they make up for it with a great firing rate. And then you've got, yeah, and then you have even like one more turn. You can use either one double hit sinks, but I would probably, you know, take more ammunition instead, perhaps, you know, either this ammunition or this one. It's really up to you, depending on what you use. Or maybe how about this? Yeah, something like this. Yeah, that is something that I would go for, okay, like later in the campaign build. Yeah, that would be nice to have. Or if you prefer, like, let's say, close range build, like the one that I've shown you, something like the one like I've shown you, then maybe you can do something like, let's say, SRM-16 with Artemis control, right? Let's say take 2 tons. I would use at least 2 tons of this, because SRM-6 uses up the ammunition rather quickly. And then here we have 3 tons available, okay? 3 tons. How about UAC-5, okay? Speaking of the high-tech build, it's pretty cold. But the only problem is that it's not as precise as the AC-5 burst fire. It does more damage, but it's not as precise. How about can I try this one, because this is the next thing in terms of weight, and this is somewhat a lot. Let's see how much ammunition are we able to take. So this is 40 rounds, 60 rounds total, which is what we are gonna have in total. Is this enough? Depending on the mission, maybe yes, maybe not. No. Still, you know, because SRM-6 is quite hot, so I would either go with this UAC-5 and then take some ammunition. Actually, I'm gonna go for this have an ammo additional. Yeah, something like this might be the best bet. Yeah, I think yeah, I would go for something like this. This is a close range build. This weapon, yeah, it does more damage than the AC-5 burst fire, but it's not as precise at longer ranges. It's a little bit sloppy. You can't shoot this as far, but that's okay. You know, this is a close range build after all. Close range build as compared to even more close range than the one that I've explored in this mission. But anyways, it's really up to you. All I'm trying to show in here is that how versatile this chassis is like how many things you can do with this. Well, anyways, so this is my take on this. One of the most common Centurions in the game, this CN9-A. Absolutely amazing mech, incredibly versatile. You can do a lot with it. Absolutely great choice if you're like starting your career early. It's very common, very easy to get, very cheap, easy to maintain and to repair. I don't really have anything else to say about it. This is an absolute classic which stood a test of time. This one of the most classic inner sphere mechs out there. Well, this is it for this video. Thank you for watching, and I guess until the next one. I think we should explore another medium mech in the next video. Alright, thanks again for watching. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments, and until the next one, have a nice day.